time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And good morning once again. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, so let's get it going. Finish this thing out.
Here's a look in the news. Democratic state senator from St. Louis is hoping to unseat Josh Hawley. Carla May, I should say, is running for a U.S. Senate seat next year. She's been in the Missouri Senate since 2019 and was in the state House for 8 years before that. Speaking of elections, today is the deadline to register to vote in next month's election, which is coming up on August 8th. You can find your sample ballots online now. However, be advised, not all cities and counties have something on the ballot this time around. So if you don't see your area, that could be why.
Okay. In a rare plea, police in Pennsylvania are asking people who across the whole country, so including us in the Ozarks, to be on the lookout for an escaped inmate. You may have seen it or heard about this guy. Michael Burnham escaped last Friday, wanted for murder, burglary, arson, and kidnapping. So a very dangerous person. There have been possible sightings of him in different places, but he's still on the loose and considered to be a danger to the public at large. So be very careful. He has a military background and survival skills. Authorities think he's likely still in Pennsylvania, but again, he's a threat to all of society. So police are putting out the all call across the country now. Most wanted. His reward for his capture is almost $20,000 at this point, but no doubt that will climb as the days go on and he's not found.
Yep. They also say that he has survivalist skills and military background. We had one of those in the Ozarks one time, and it was nuts. Because if someone's like trained and they know the land, yeah. I mean, police are trained too, but not all of them are necessarily survivalist.
No, well, yeah. If the longer you can survive on your own out in the wild, the longer it's going to be until police find you, very likely.
Yeah. So, anywho, check out his picture online. Last name Burham. You can find him on every single website in America right now. All right. With Amazon Prime Days underway, that we told you about yesterday, local police are reminding you to watch your porch because the thieves are likely watching it. So make sure you have a neighbor grab your package for you if you're going to be gone for any length of time, or if possible, you can have it delivered to you at your workplace, which is what Mr. Foreheads used to do.
I used to do that. Yeah, I don't do it anymore because now you're home more and the kids are home. But Amazon Prime, I didn't even look yesterday to see what deals were there on Amazon Prime. But in my history tells me that they aren't good for me. So I've never bought anything on Prime Day. Buy stuff other days for sure, but not on Prime Day.
So I went against my own rule and I bought a dress on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Well, not for Prime Days, but because for this thing that you and I are doing, I need like a dressier dress. And I don't want like a television dress. There's a different, I still have all my TV dresses. There's a difference between a television dressy dress and then like an event dressy dress. Right. So anyway, I found one for like $20 on Amazon, bought it right up.
$20? Okay. All right.
There you go.
It already arrived, right?
Yeah, in a day or less. I think it was literally less than 24 hours. Is that possible?
It's crazy. Sure. It is today. It is now.
All right. It looks like Twitter has their work cut out for them. Threads just hit 100 million users, making it the fastest growing social media network ever. The Twitter rival comes from Meta, which of course is Facebook's parent company.
Yeah, and it's basically the same thing. I know Elon Musk is suing over that because it is just a direct copy of Twitter. But here's my problem with it is the censorship. I don't like the censorship that Facebook puts on stuff. Twitter is now a little bit more open. There could be problems, obviously, with that. But I'd rather have more open, free society and less censorship than the reverse, just personally.
You're talking like a journalist.
Long term, my way works better.
You sound like a journalist.
Long term, my way works better. And it's not my way, it's our founding fathers' way. ChatGPT and its creator, OpenAI, speaking of ruling the world, are being sued. We weren't even talking about it. Sarah Silverman, the comedian and author, is among 3 writers to now file a lawsuit against the company. The writers, this is interesting, the writers say ChatGPT used their book, the book that they wrote, as a training material. So ChatGPT learned from the book they wrote, which is crazy to think about, for how ChatGPT works. And they said, quote, "We did not consent to the use of our copyrighted books as training material for ChatGPT."
I think
That
they're going to
is,
lose.
well, I don't know. It's very interesting because they'd have to prove that the program used their stuff. But that's what ChatGPT does. I mean, it
Right.
searches, it scours the internet and takes some of everything. So if you have anything out on the internet, it can take some of your stuff. If you're somehow considered to be an expert in a field, it can use your stuff. So it's interesting to see that that's already happening, the first lawsuit, and to watch it play out. I'm interested.
Yeah. I know. I am fascinated to watch it as well because of what you just said. So,
Well, yeah, you think about the very basics of it. They didn't ChatGPT just doesn't know that stuff. It got it from somewhere and now knows it. So did it learn it from their books? Okay. What'd she write a book about? How to be funny? I wonder. Probably. All right. The Kraft Heinz company has a new. We told you about the fake chicken a
yes.
few weeks ago, grown in a test tube. Well, now a Kraft Heinz company has a new cheese product called Not Cheese. If you say it fast, it doesn't sound great, but Not Cheese. So it's really close to Nazis, but Not Cheese is what it's called. That's just when I heard you say it earlier, I was like, "What? What is it called?" And
Yeah.
then
Not cheese. I slowed it down. Not
not
cheese.
the first time I heard you say it, you didn't slow it down, and it sounded like what I just said. At any rate, that's not it. It is Not Cheese. They say they want to expand their plant-based portfolio, and I've actually seen there's some cheese at Costco that is not cheese. It's not called Not Cheese, but it's plant-based as well. And we had a sample of it one day because I go to Costco and Sam's for those samples, and it was pretty good. But for me, knowing what real cheese tastes like, it wasn't quite as good. And because real cheese is still out there and available, I'm going to go real cheese.
Yeah. I'm going
But
real
it's a good
cheese
option
every
for
time.
people. It's a good option for people who can't.
By the way, I need you with me when I'm getting samples because I often go like looking like I do right now. So people don't like take me seriously because I have zero makeup on. I have 3 kids, polite ones, mind you. But I feel like the sample people get annoyed when we go get a sample. And I'm not calling out Costco or Sam's individually. I frequent
How
both
many
of them,
samples did
quite
our
frankly.
children get? Does
No,
that
just
matter?
one, just one. But if
I
I
don't know
were
about
with
that.
you, they'd be like, "Oh, we miss you on the news so much. How are you?" But when I go in with no makeup and the 3 children, they're like I feel like
They
they're gonna,
think
like,
you're
slap my hand.
they think you're there for a free lunch.
Well, I am. But here's the deal. On more than one occasion, I've actually bought the product that we sampled.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mission
Yeah. Definitely.
accomplished.
Definitely.
Exactly. Mission accomplished.
No, it works. The sampling works because every time there's something new, if it's not out on a sample, and I guess maybe it doesn't work because I buy it anyway just to try
Yeah.
it. But I'll open the bag of chips right there in the store. We've been over that and just eat them because I want to taste the chips before so I might
And
want
yes,
2
people
bags.
he does pay for them, but
Of
what
course.
happens when you don't always like them? And then he's opened this bag that's this big. You know what Ainsley Jane did? She begged me for the protein shakes, the caramel ones. We'd only
Yeah.
ever gotten the chocolate ones, and they go to swim team at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's a good, like, we're driving, get in the car, let's go, let's go, let's go. Well, she doesn't like the caramel flavor. And now we have like 40 of them as opposed to just,
Oh, so you're
Ugh.
saying you're saying I should try the smaller bags.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that. The stuff that they have at Costco isn't at your regular convenience store most of the time. It's specialty stuff a lot of the time, and that's the only place you're going to find it.
It's
So
true.
at any rate, I try it in the store, and if I want another bag, I get another bag. If not, I just pay for the crappy bag I bought. But
All right.
I do love the sample people. They're very very kind to me,
Uh,
and
yeah,
they do miss
unless
me
you
on
have
the
on no
news.
makeup and
I
3
never.
children with you and a
Well,
voice that's not as distinctive as yours.
sometimes I also have no makeup on.
It's a rare occasion, but sometimes. All right, moving on, moving on. The Community Blood Center of the Ozarks is hosting the Pre Be Strong Foundation Blood Drive today. Officer Preby, as you surely remember, was paralyzed in 2020 when a man purposefully pinned him against a car and a pole. And now Officer Preby, or former Officer Preby, does a lot of good in this community. So today, from 1 to 6 at Republic Schools Central Office, you can go donate blood to help someone else who might find themselves in a life-altering situation. CBCO is donating $10 to the Preby Strong Foundation for every person who gives.
That's awesome. Good for them. That's a win-win situation all the way around. I love it.
All right, we're going to end with this. This is one of our sponsors, so that's exciting. Thank you. Remember the park board reminding you to go play.
That's right. Go play.
How about this Friday? You can have some family fun at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park. Bring your whole family for a catch and release fishing event there at their pond. The cow train, which our children rode when they were age 2 or something. Bounce houses and a campfire. And with the campfire, you can bring your own food and cook out there at the campfire on their property. So s'mores, hot dogs, whatever you want.
Well, super cool. What a great time. Rutledge Wilson Farm is a great place to go. We went out there and get pumpkins.
Yes.
And do all the stuff out there. You get to see the animals. Our kids loved it out there.
Some of our favorite family pictures, in fact, that show up still on my memories are from Rutledge Wilson Farm Park. See, I can say it fast. You have to slow way down.
I do. I remember there's a great picture of Caroline on a horse. Remember riding a horse, being pulled on a horse, and she's got that helmet on.
Yeah.
And there's one of Ainsley Jane wearing yellow in my arms.
Yeah.
And then there's
I'm pregnant.
Caroline and Coble on that train thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was a good time.
Yeah. And I'm pregnant, remember?
And I think
our friend Julie was also pregnant. So we went how many every year? That was 10 years ago that those pictures from memories popped up recently. So okay, that's it, folks.
Hey, if you're headed out there, just heads up, it's going to be warm tomorrow, 92. On Friday, it's on Friday, right? So on Friday it'll be 92 degrees, 50% chance of scattered storms throughout the day, but 92 is not bad. Today's going to be hot. It's going to be 97 with a 40% chance of scattered showers. If you want more information on the weather, and believe me, you should get more. Don't just listen to me. Tune in to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer. That's now on in our podcast family. You can find it at aroundtheozarks.com or on the app, on our Facebook page, on YouTube. Where else can you find all this stuff?
Right. And if you subscribe to our podcast Around the Ozarks in 5, you're automatically subscribed to hers, Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer.
Right. So that's the news. That's the new daily newsletter we send out from Around the Ozarks. So check it out. A lot of great stuff there. Abby's doing a great job. We're happy to have her back in the Ozarks, giving us weather.
All right. See ya.